But my first story is, as Wally so lovely pointed out, I am a LARPer, and I was up in Sudbury at an event a number of years ago now, and I met this girl, Annie, this nice little redhead girl, very sweet. Carolyn knows what I'm talking about. I met Annie, and she was always very polite and coherent, and when I'm leaving, she's like, well, it was very nice to meet you, and I hope you're coming back sometime. And without thinking, you are so fucking nice. Your parents just love you, don't they? Actually, no. What? And so my buddy John pulls me off to the side and was like, yeah, she never knew her dad, and her mom, while she was just 3 days old, kind of, said she was going out for a cigarette and never came back. On the outside, I was just like, bruh. I didn't say shit for the 6 hours that it takes to drive home from Sudbury, but the whole drive was just, oh God, what did I do? I just told a little redheaded orphan that her parents love her. And we're friends now, but not the best start. And the second time, I was on the bus, going to work, and there's this little boy sitting on the bus with his mom, just being a little kid. And he's counting the people who are on the bus. It's just he's pointing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, points to his mom, says 6, he's 7, points to the guy across from me, says 8, points to me, says 9, you're number 9. It's if your mom's gonna be 6, I'll fucking totally be 9. He looked confused, she looked flattered, and gave that this kind of look. We never talked after that, so I'm not. Wow, tough crowd tonight. How's everyone doing? Everyone just chicken wings? Chicken wings are just too good? You can't look up from your chicken wings? You come to a comedy show and you're just eating chicken wings? But so I have a very messed up family, and I feel that being a post-Family Day show, I'm going to talk mostly about my family. And my family has some weird kind of nudist habits. They're not nudist they'll go to conventions, but if you come around unannounced, be prepared to see some shit. One of the worst of them was Nana, and the most memorable event had to be, Nana heard some people talking outside at 4 a.m. And so she leans out the window to start yelling at them because they're being loud. Her tits are flopping out, ringing the doorbell, banging on the window from the second story, making the dogs irritated, waking everybody in the fucking house. And that's why I now drink on Christmas. Because, now that story sounds okay, that's not that bad. I was 13. So I started drinking at Christmas when I was 13 because of this event. And there's been times where just, again, if you come over unannounced and don't yell up the stairs, you're gonna see something. If you hear the shower going at all and you hear it stop, just go back downstairs. Because nobody closes the door in that house, ever. One guy who's our neighbor, Damien, my dad's drug dealer for a time, he came over and got an eye full of Nana stepping out of the shower. He didn't come around for a while. I think he's still in therapy. I haven't seen him. And probably the worst of the bunch for the nudity and not giving a shit who sees is my dad. And now, my dad, for anyone who's not ever seen me on stage before, he's got a Joe Dirt-worthy mullet, a porn stash that make Ron Jeremy blush, rocking those gray Daisy Dukes, a pink polo, and he sounds like Buffalo Bob.
Please let me go to the store and give you a couple tickets. It puts the lotion on its back.
And if you come over unannounced, Dad will not wear pants. Dad will answer the door with no pants. I was living with him, just me and him for a while, and I had to be the one to get the door when we ordered pizza because I didn't want the delivery girl to get a little extra tip she wasn't counting on this evening. And that's all he did. He was naked all the time. And if he wasn't naked, he was wearing short shorts. He was a big fan of those short shorts. To the point his nuts would hang out the side of the short shorts and they would just dangle no matter where we go. We're in a Tim Hortons talking. He's like, hey, can I get a Boston cream donut and a banana cream pie and then double one? When's Roland Brim coming back? And she's like, it's intentional, I just can't look away. And I came home very drunk one New Year's Eve. And this crack addict, because we live in Brantford, that's what they do. After dark, the crack addicts just roam the streets. Just, hey buddy, you got some change? They will stop you in the middle of Colburn Street by PJ. Stand in traffic to ask you if you got some change. Because Brantford, really, there's no other excuse but Brantford. So this crack addict followed me home, And it was beautiful, just that I come in, I don't wake my dad, and the one time I'm stealthy enough that I don't wake him. This crack addict has the nerve to come and knock on my door at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And my dad is not a nice man. He comes to the door, and we're like a step up, so like, Dad comes out crotch at the crack addict and says, "You ever fucking come here again, I'll fucking kick your fucking ass. I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing." I'm pretty sure he shroom slapped this gentleman. That man never came around again. It was the most beautiful experience. Just to witness this crack addict just like rubbing snow on his face, peeing on it and rubbing it. I don't know why it had to be pee, but I guess he figured that was a good idea. Maybe Dad was watching porn that night, I don't know. So, now this is the one, I've not told this joke to many people before, so you're all in for a treat. And this just delves a little deeper into the level of depravity that my family has. My dad, right before I moved out, discovered the internet. And he first discovered internet porn because that's the first thing he asked me to help him look for. I began keeping the Lysol wipes by my computer after that. But of course, he discovers porn, and what if everyone who's been on, I know, don't fucking lie to me and say none of you have been on Pornhub, RedTube, Xvideo, don't fucking lie. You've all seen the fuckbook ads. Fuckbook Fling, whatever. Dad decided he was going to join one of these fuck sites. 42 years old, joining a fuck site for the first time. And I'm getting to the point of the story where it makes me want to kill my brother all over again, because Dad discovered Fuckbook, came out and asked my brother, "Hey Zach, does your phone have a camera on it?" And Zach said, "No, but Dan's does." So this is the beginning of the end of my sanity. Because Dad, of course, asked me, because he doesn't know how to work a camera phone, to help him take some fucking pictures to put up on Fuckbook. It's one thing to see your dad naked all the time. It's another to see him posing, like trying to look sexy, and you have to take those photos. Like him posing with his TV pantsless. He wanted to do the Captain Morgan. Sitting there with his tongue out, just a close-up of his face. And not only did I have to live through this experience, taking those photos, I had to relive this experience, helping him upload them to Fuckbook and adding captions like,
"I love to eat pussy. He sure is small, but he's cute."
Dad's not going to appreciate that I said that in front of a room full of people. And so, of course, Zach, howling with laughter, told my mother, and they've been separated for about 9 years at this point. And my mother begged me to show, so I now have to relive this incident a fucking third time, seeing my dad trying to pose sexy and attract women on the internet. And apparently this did something for her, because not long after that, they decided to start humping again after 9 years. That was a beautiful experience, coming home. You think it's weird walking in on your parents when you're a kid? It is completely different when they're old and wrinkly and they've been apart for 9 years. That is just a whole new level of weird that is like, I need to go on an episode of Springer to talk about this. And so apparently it just did something for her, and they started to hook up again, and it was weird enough. It was weird enough, but I think the worst of it got when I came home with a girl, snuck her in. Dad came home with Mom and snuck her in. And the girl I brought home and my mom ran into each other on their walks of shame. And of course, we kind of made up behind them, and we're just stopping this beautiful moment of just terror. And to break the ice, of course, me being a comedian is like, "Up top for love, I'm leaving him, Dad." He starts saying, "You don't fucking talk to your mother like that." It's like, "It was a fucking joke, calm down." And for a brief, beautiful moment in time, it looked like my father was yelling at a younger version of himself. And that's my time. Have a great night, guys.
Dan,